the question I get asked the most in my DM, in my comments, even in person is, Mary, I want to start working remotely. Where do I even begin? And I get the confusion because you open YouTube, one video tells you to become a virtual assistant, another one tells you to learn coding, another one says AI is taking over everything, none of that even matters anyway. Before you know it, you have watched 12 videos and you're now more confused than when you started. Today, let's simplify everything. If you and I were sitting across each other having coffee right now and you ask me that question, this is exactly what I'd tell you. You see, 6 years ago, I was working in a micromanaged office. I was so broke, I was working 60 hours per week, that is from Monday to Saturday. My life was revolving around work. I borrowed $10 and I enrolled in an online course. And I started studying every day consistently using the company Wi-Fi and the company's laptop. 6 months later, I had my first remote work client who was paying me $10 per hour. I'm not telling you this to impress you. I'm telling you this because I understand exactly what it feels like to be at the beginning. You're confused, you're overwhelmed, and you don't even know which door to open first. This is the map I wish someone had handed me. Let's walk through it together. Before any step, one thing has to be clear. Remote work is not a job. It is a way of working. Remote work simply means you are doing your job from somewhere other than your company's physical location. The skill you use could be design, marketing, finance, data analyst, it doesn't matter. What makes it remote is the location, not the skill. This matters because many of you come to me and say, I want a remote job, before even deciding what actually you want to do. And that order is backward. You find the skill first, then the remote part follows. Step number one, choose one skill. The single biggest mistake I see many people doing is trying to learn everything at the same time. So this week you're learning web development, next week you're trying to learn graphic design, the other week someone tells you, oh, data analytics pays so well, so you jump onto that train as well. One skill mastered will take you further than 5 skills that you've only touched the surface of. So the question is, which one? Here is how I think about it. What is that one question that people come to you for help with? They know that when I go to this person and ask help with this thing, they're going to help me solve easily. What is that one thing that you can actually do for hours without even checking the clock or without even getting distracted? And where there's something that you're curious about meets what the market can actually pay for. That intersection is your starting point. Not what is trending, not what your friend is doing, that one thing that you can genuinely commit to building in the next 6 to 12 months. Step number 2, learn intentionally. Learn to become capable, not just finish. You see, once you've chosen your skill, most people go straight to courses, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a trap waiting for you there. Learning is not about the number of courses you have completed. It's about whether you are becoming capable. There's a difference between a person who has finished 10 courses and a person who has mastered 2 courses and built something from what they have learned. The second person gets hired. The first person is probably somewhere in the middle of course number 9, 10, or even 20. 2 focused hours a day is enough. You can start exploring through platforms like YouTube. Once you understand what skill is good for you, you can now explore structured courses on platforms like LinkedIn Learning, Coursera, Udemy, and Google Digital Garage. There are so many platforms out there that you can learn for free or as low as $10, like Udemy. But the measure of whether you are learning is not about how many courses you've completed. It's whether you can do something about what you've learned. Set small milestones, like can you build this? Can you explain this? Can you solve this problem? When you can, you are learning. When you cannot, you are just watching. Step number 3, build while you learn. The moment you learn something, build something with that knowledge. Do not wait until you finish the course. Do not wait until you feel ready. Start building something now. What does build actually mean? Well, it depends with your skill. If you are a developer, you can create a simple website. You can create a simple application. You can create a simple tool. Anything you can point to and say, I made this. If you are a virtual assistant, organize a mock inbox, build a sample SOP, create a sample calendar for an imaginary business. Take a screenshot of that and present it. That is evidence of your work. That is what you can actually build. If you are a designer, design a website, design an application, design anything and show it. That is the sample of your work. If you are a data analyst, find free public data, build a dashboard, ask a real question and answer it with real numbers. This is not a fake experience. This is evidence of capability. And evidence is actually what clients are buying when they're hiring you. Your portfolio is not a record of the jobs you've had. It's the evidence of the problems that you can solve. Step number 4, positioning yourself. Let people know you exist. You have a skill, you've built something from the skills that you've learned, and now it's time to be findable. This means that your LinkedIn profile has to communicate exactly what you do and who you help, not just your job history. Your LinkedIn headline has to state specifically what you offer, not just about your last job. Your portfolio needs to live somewhere where a stranger can easily find it within 1 minute. Show up online consistently. Post about what you're learning. Share what you're building and contribute in conversations that are within your reach. The people who get found are not the most skilled ones, they are the most visible. I have a full video on how you can set up your LinkedIn profile to attract remote opportunities. I also have another video on how you can set up your Fiverr account to attract clients. I'm going to leave the link in the description. Different platforms, same principle applies. Be specific, be visible, and be findable. Step number 5, start applying. Now it's time to start applying. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, I'm not ready. I don't even feel qualified. You will never feel completely ready. Ready is a feeling that does not come before you start. It comes after. Every application teaches you something. Every interview builds your confidence. Every rejection prepares you for a yes that is coming. The people who get hired are not the ones who waited until they got ready. They are the ones who started before they did. And they build readiness through the process. Apply on LinkedIn, apply on Upwork, apply to local businesses who needs what you offer. Apply to startups who cares about what you can do and not where you studied. Send that application before your brain talks you out of it, because the longer you wait, the more your brain will convince you that you're not qualified and you're not ready. Ready is built through action, not through waiting. So if you're watching this today and wondering where to begin, do not think of getting a remote job first. Think about becoming a person who can solve a real problem remotely. That is the real goal. The job, the client, the income, those follows the capability. Build the capability first and everything else becomes a matter of when and not if. If you want the full toolkit on what we've covered today, the Value Zone workbook, finding your skill and what you're good at, the platforms that you can use to learn and find remote jobs, the AI prompt toolkit that you can use to set up your job portfolios, and my story on how I began from zero as an office cleaner to where I am right now, working with international clients and earning in dollars. It is all in my remote work bundle. I'm going to leave the link in the description. So, drop your skill in the comment section or what you're planning to learn. I'll be there to reply and tell you where to start. Subscribe so you don't miss on what is coming next. Keep building and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.